Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me now. Good evening, everyone. We're going to get started in the next 5 minutes, so please find a great seat. There's still room up front here. You're welcome to use these seats if you like, or move up. And yeah, find a comfortable place on a beautiful evening, and we'll get started very shortly. Thank you. Can I be a pain in the neck?
Your mic's live.
And get another bottle of water? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me, we'll get started in about 2 minutes. So please get comfortable, if you will. And thank you for being here tonight. That's going to give you challenges.
Now, is this where this is your hang? Is this going to be your spot?
Yeah, and feel free to.
Okay, really? Because we're going live in 6 people. Do we have Kiera?
I hope so. All right, 60 seconds to go. Good evening, everyone. And thank you for your time and your involvement. We're kind of doing this like almost a live broadcast. It's streaming all over the world. So we're pretty excited, same as we did last year and in previous years. So we have like the real countdown and the real thing, and we'll do it up for you. So it'll be like a Saturday Night Live going on the air at the given second. So you're a part of something special. So thank you. All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome and thank you for joining us for Social Venture Partners Fast Pitch 2022, already sponsored by TMC Healthcare. And here at this very cool U of A Health Science Innovation Building, isn't it great? Yes. One thing, our judges are up front bathed in sunlight. This was intentional. We want to present you in the best possible light, kind of a halo effect. So the Health Science Innovation Building has provided us that. So for about 40 minutes, you will appear saintly. And you're a big part of this program tonight, so thank you very much. I'm also here, I'm Tom McNamara from Arizona Public Media. And thank you. I've been kicking around town for a few years, and I'm with my good colleagues from Public Media who are doing the production on this effort and going all around the world, literally. You know, you're here live, but we have a lot of folks watching us streaming, much like last year, very successful, and once again this year. And it's all about 10 folks with a passion and a purpose for people and a cause. These are leaders of nonprofits who have been pouring their heart and soul into making tonight happen for they and their organization. They want it to happen for them in the best possible way, and we know you do as well. So we're glad you're here to be a part of this, to contribute, to help out nonprofits who are really addressing issues that span the globe. It's not just limited, I should say, to one community or another. These are profound issues and needs that these folks are working very hard to meet. So we're glad you're here, and throughout the night I'm going to be telling you how you can really be a part of this. If not a judge bathed in sunlight, a contributor to the cause. Oh, you still look so saintly. It's wonderful. And I'll be mentioning this a number of times, but this is how to engage now. And let me run through it, how you can help the 10 nonprofits. Virtual guests, of course, have the chat bar, all set up, all ready to go, easy peasy to contribute and help these folks in their cause. In person, you'll see the Social Venture Partners team wearing orange lanyards. Do we have a model to show off the orange lanyard? Over here, modeling the lanyard for us. Thank you. And you can, of course, socialize with Social Venture Partners on social media. So easy to remember that one, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn. Also, to donate now, the important pithy thing that I must get in, text Fast Pitch 2022 to 707070, and we'll keep these on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. You can select one nonprofit, you can split your donation, but that's the magic number, all the 70s times 3. Donor-advised fund holders can help us out. The Community Foundation for Southern Arizona, cfsaz.org/fastpitch. Jewish Philanthropies of Southern Arizona, jcftucson.org/fastpitch. And later you'll have a chance to vote for, and we really love the name, the TEP Power to the People Award. Does it bring that song back to mind? Power to the people, right on. Those of us with a little vintage. I always love that phrase. 60s music. You're finally getting a break from the sunlight. Still a little bit of a halo effect. I'd like to take a moment now to introduce the person and the force behind this event and its success, the CEO of Social Venture Partners. Sierra Garcia joins me now. Come on down. Good to see you.
Thank
Good
you,
to see
Tom.
you. This is a far cry from last year. It was a whole different story way out in the west side of town. You got it done. You succeeded last year, but it sure is different now.
It sure was, and I want to thank you for being here and emceeing this event for us. Last year, it was Tom and I and maybe a dozen people on tech streaming out to people all around the world. So we're really excited to be sharing this event with all of you here in person and all of you who are watching us live.
Now, this is a big deal for social venture partners and the nonprofits who are here tonight, but you're involved in a number of things with SVP.
We are. So at Social Venture Partners, we bring people together to create positive community change. And we do that by investing in nonprofits. And we know that nonprofits are really on the front lines of the greatest community challenges. And so when we invest in a nonprofit, we bring money, because we know money is really important for them to really realize their missions and visions. But what makes us unique is that we then amplify that financial investment with the time and the talent and the expertise of people in our community. So we are a partnership, we're a community, we're a membership-based organization. People come together to work hand in hand and heart to heart with nonprofit leaders to help them strengthen their organizations and scale up so they can serve more people.
So we're here now on this big night, on this mainstay for your organization, but you're involved also in a new initiative now.
We are.
Yeah.
So in addition to this capacity building work we do with individual nonprofits, we also bring organizations together, nonprofit organizations together in collaborative initiatives. And we have just launched our largest initiative to date. Yeah. So we are bringing forward a 2-gen nonprofit collaboration, really bridging the gap between services that are provided to children in our community and those are provided to their parents. So really excited about that. Big work is ahead of us.
Nice. And we'll learn more and look forward to hearing more about that. What about these 10 folks who are here tonight? What have they been doing? What have they been going through in recent days and weeks to prepare for their best shot tonight?
Yeah, so it's actually been months.
Months, yeah.
So tonight you are going to hear from 10 really visionary, passionate nonprofit leaders. And we selected them fall of last year, and they started their work in January. So it began with a pitch development workshop. They came together for 2 days. We brought in Aaron Henney, who is based in LA. He has trained executives from Pixar and DreamWorks, and we brought him to Tucson to train our nonprofit leaders.
Nice.
So shout out to Aaron, I think you're watching. And then after their pitch workshop, they had 3 practice sessions. So we got them up on a stage, put mics on them, had the video cameras on them, and gave them an opportunity to really practice the pitch they want to deliver to you this evening. And then the most special part of the program is our mentors. So each nonprofit participant is paired up with 2 community members who serve as mentors. They're cheerleaders, their support system, they give high fives, they wipe away tears, they give that kind of constructive feedback to help them really get ready and make this program possible. So shout out to all of our mentors.
Yeah. And you really will enjoy getting to meet and know these folks who are coming up here tonight. I see them hiding behind the curtain over there right now. On deck, that's the on deck circle. There are obvious reasons we're here tonight to raise money for great causes and great people. What's your wish beyond that for tonight?
So this night feels really special. It's the first time that we are coming together as a community in over 2 years. And so my wish is that you will allow your minds to be expanded by what you hear on our stage, that you will allow your hearts to be opened, and that you will give, and that you will give generously to the nonprofits here tonight. We do have a match from our friends at the Connie Hillman Family Foundation, so if you choose to donate, it will be doubled. And I also ask that you think about other ways you can engage with these nonprofits. Volunteer, serve on their board of directors, connect with them, and really become supportive of their work they're doing in community.
And that's the Connie Hillman Foundation, $40,000.
Yes.
It's no small change tonight to match a lot of the donations. So, yeah, more on that later, which is great. I think our judges have lost their halos, so we can introduce them now. Y'all still look good to us. There's a missing judge. There you are. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Did you surrender to the solar? Okay.
He's making sure not to block us.
Oh, gotcha.
On
Okay,
camera.
yeah. I've got to watch out for that myself tonight. So let's meet the judges.
Okay.
We'll have you come back camera or no camera. Ciara, let's take a saunter over here, and yeah, I think it's that camera, and I've got to watch that camera so that the folks around the world can see us. But each of the judges, as our presenters come through, we're going to tap them and find out from one judge at a time what they thought of the presentation. Did it strike a nerve? You know, what spoke to you about a certain presenter's effort up here on stage? And then, of course, you all will vote on a $10,000 grant, the 10 of you. The presentation that you select is the one you like the most and feel is most deserving. So, Ciara, let's meet the judges.
Okay, let's do that. So first of all, we have Jenny Flynn, the CEO of the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona. Thank you for being here, Jenny.
And we have a man who's never afraid of a camera, Matthew Gaspari, the president and CEO of Tucson Federal Credit Union. Thank you, Matthew. Sorry you got caught in the crossfire there.
And next up, we have Dr. Dwayne Dyson, pediatrician and owner of Dyson Pediatrics. I have to say that Dwayne is a personal friend and a mentor who has inspired my career.
We also have Eric Smith, the executive director of the UA Center for Innovation. Eric?
So we have the woman who makes everyone look beautiful, Megan Jasper from Gadabout Salon and Spas. Gadabout is a corporate partner at SVP Tucson, and they hosted our practice sessions and provided hair and makeup for our participants tonight, so thank you.
Thank you. We also welcome Centauri Minor, the executive director of the the head of strategy at Evolved MD. I jumped ahead. Head of strategy at Evolved MD, which is a very cool name. Yeah, thank you for being here.
Yes. And next up, we have John Amoroso, the executive director of the David and Laura Lovell Foundation.
We also have Ryan Matchett, lead compensation and benefits analyst, with us. Ryan, thanks.
And next up, we have Julia Strange from TMC Healthcare. TMC is our presenting sponsor tonight, so thank you, Julia.
And last but not least, a man who, through his Facebook postings, has forced them to dedicate 2 new servers just to the photos that he puts on from different events around town. A community treasure and a community mainstay, Dominic Ortega. Dominic. All right. We will get started now. Time for the pitches.
Okay. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Ciara. Thanks so much. We'll strike the set, and I'll tell you a little bit about this. Over $100,000 will be given out to the nonprofits tonight, including that TEP Power to the People Award that I spoke of earlier. Power to the People Audience Choice Award that you will pick. The judges have their award. You will help to pick the Power to the People Award, which is a biggie. Thanks to a generous gift, as we mentioned, from the Connie Hillman Foundation, $40,000 will be matched tonight. That's a big check. So thank you to them for their participation. And we ask all of you to step up and support the nonprofits, because we don't want to leave any money on the table. This is the one chance, the one big shot, the one big event, and I'm glad you had such a beautiful evening tonight to enjoy the food on the patio and the drinks, and we're in for, like, the next week is going to be gorgeous. So what do you say we do this for a week? We'll be back here tomorrow and the next night. It's a wonderful event. So once again, how to show your support, I'll go through it. On the digital program, we're at svptucson.org. We'll provide codes after every individual's pitch. Text Fast Pitch 2022, easy to remember, to 707070. Donor-advised funds, I'll let you know again, Community Foundation members, cfsaz.org/fastpitch. Jewish Philanthropies, jcftucson.org, fastpitch DAF. In-person guests, you have a card that you can donate if you choose, and we hope you do. Virtual guests, hit that chat bar and text away. You can donate through the codes and the links. And stay tuned for updates. We may end up sharing your name tonight as we roll along, get donations in, and keep you updated. All right, enough of me. Now let's get down to the folks who've been looking forward to this night and this opportunity, as Sierra mentioned, for months. Let's do the fast pitch. And we begin with what's called a sizzle reel. And a sizzle reel in the media industry is sort of a nugget to whet the appetite. You know, here it's like a network prime time. Here are the shows coming up, and they do little snippets of every show, you know, 5 or 10 seconds, one after the other. So we're going to sizzle our organizations for you, let you see in a nugget what they're all about, and then our presenters will be up on stage for about 3 minutes, give or take, to make their fast pitch. And we're going to begin tonight with Anthony Polino, who's with the Florence Immigrant and Refugee Rights Project, to lead it off right after his sizzle reel.
So we were started over 30 years ago by one attorney and one volunteer out in Florence, which is a prison town in the middle of the desert. It's important to note that there's no public defender system in immigration proceedings, and that's why we exist, and that even children are supposed to represent themselves if they do not have the resources for an immigration attorney.
The children that we meet have gone through unimaginable circumstances. They are often children who have experienced severe forms of neglect, abuse, abandonment.
And that is why the work of the Florence Project is so important.
We helped individuals locate vaccines and provided critical life-saving information during outbreaks. We advocated for people's releases. Nuestro gol siempre es para reunificar familias.
The 12-foot-high steel gate slams behind me. The small meeting room is freezing. There are no windows. The air is stale. In the bowels of a prison-like facility, I meet my client, a middle-aged man from Central America. Diego is sitting in the corner, trembling. He is confused, and his speech is disorganized. Many people are shocked to learn that on any given day, there are over 6,000 men, women, and children detained in Arizona by immigration authorities. Detained immigrants facing deportation do not have the right to a public defender. 9 out of 10 immigrants can't afford an attorney and are forced to represent themselves. My name is Anthony Polino, and I'm an attorney. 22 years ago, I accepted my first pro bono case with the Florence Immigrant and Refugee Rights Project. 100 heart-wrenching cases later, I'm now on staff. For 33 years, the Florence Project has provided free legal and social services to as many immigrants as possible, the only organization in Arizona to do so. Last year, we served 17,000 men, women, and children seeking protection under the law, including survivors of gender-based violence and torture, members of the LGBTQ community, children fleeing abuse and neglect, families ripped apart at the border, and, like Diego, individuals with serious mental illness. I fought successfully to get Diego released to a homeless shelter. Unfortunately, the immigration authorities released Diego without his medication. One day, Diego left the shelter and didn't return. I had no way to locate him. At his next hearing date, the government attorney presented a document showing that Diego had been found on the street, dead from exposure. Likely, you were expecting a different outcome for Diego. So was I. I shared Diego's story because I don't want anyone to forget how high the stakes are. We have to do better. We all have to do better. Over the 5 years since Diego's death, the Florence Project has made a commitment to grow our social services program. Our social workers meet our clients' basic needs upon release. emergency supplies, medical and mental health care, and access to safe shelter. But there is still tremendous need. Can you imagine if you found yourself alone on the street with no food, money, or phone? Your gift of $1,000 will allow 20 of our clients to have survival backpacks containing food, water, hygiene supplies, clothing, and a warm blanket. Your gift of $3,000 will allow our clients to have cell phones so that they can contact us when they need to find the bus station or to confirm their next hearing date. Your gift of any amount will go toward hiring additional attorneys and social workers. I'm Anthony Polino with the Florence Immigrant and Refugee Rights Project. I'd love to speak with you tonight. Please find me after the event. Thank you. Good job. Thank you, Tom. Good job.
I think they like your pitch.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job, Anthony.
Thank you.
Jenny Flynn, we pick on you first. Your thoughts?
Anthony, thank you for the work you do. It's incredible, so needed. And thank you for putting a human face on what is an incredible human tragedy that happens every day. And telling that story and the work that you do is so moving. And I also really appreciate the fact that the Florence Project continues to evolve to meet the needs of the people who you serve, and that you also shared with us how we can help you. So kudos on the work you do, kudos on continuing to grow that work, and so glad you're here tonight.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you. Nice job. Thank you. All right. Thank you. We're off to a strong start, needless to say. Once again, you can text Fast Pitch 2022 to 707070. Community Foundation for Southern Arizona, cfsaz.org, Fast Pitch. Jewish Philanthropies, jcftucson.org, Fast Pitch, DAF. And if you prefer to donate in person, you can stop by the table. The folks with those orange lanyards are the ones who can help you out. And after the event concludes, the Jewish Philanthropies of Southern Arizona and the Community Foundation will also be present to support their donor-advised fund holders. Quick mention, Commotion Studios helped out with the sizzle reels, the sizzle videos. Very nice folks, and they worked very hard on this. People who aren't used to working with video, stand in front of the camera and make it happen. Bring your organization out in the best light. You've got 30 seconds. So these are great professionals who helped our presenters with the sizzle reel. And it's time for another one of those. We're going to welcome next Rob Pacharich, who is with Edge High School. And first, he's going to sizzle.
Here at Edge, we really believe that the individual is composed of so much more than just how do you learn. It's what is going on emotionally, what is going on physically, what is going on psychologically, and how do we get all those components working together so that we can help that student be very successful in the classroom.
We've worked with many thousands of young people, and Edge is a place where they can collect themselves.
My experience at a previous school was pretty difficult. Edge has been a lot better for me because of the environment and the one-on-one time we get with all the teachers.
I've thought of dropping out many of times just because I felt overwhelmed and pressured a lot.
They have been wise enough to recognize that with mental health on the rise, it's important to have a specialized mental health person to be able to put eyes on students when they're in crisis.
Nothing that happens in this classroom or that doesn't happen in this classroom today is more important than you.
Success for every student every day.
Success for every student every day.
Success for every student every day.
Our own state of Arizona has the 4th highest dropout rate in the entire country. Worse, over the past 2 years, over 18,000 Pima County high schoolers have dropped out. There are 4 root causes why students drop out of school. Students have yet to experience academic success, socioeconomics, housing and food insecurities, and mental health. Over half of youth who experience all 4 root causes end up dropping out. Fortunately, there is a school in Pima County that works to re-engage youth who've dropped out of high school. Edge High School was created to serve historically oppressed and marginalized populations. Our amazing team is relentlessly committed to helping students identify and then remove barriers to learning in ways most public schools cannot. My name is Rob Petrich. I'm a dad, and I'm an educator who cares deeply about the education crisis in this state. Over 20 years ago, I took a second job at Edge as a teaching assistant. I was so inspired by how the school helps students realize their full potential that I made a career change to dedicate my life to improving student outcomes. Today, I have the pleasure and honor to serve as principal and executive director at Edge. While Edge works to address all 4 root causes, I want to share with you specifically what we're doing about the 4th root cause that I mentioned, mental health. In 2016, we called the local mobile crisis unit to our school 23 times in 1 semester, as so many students were experiencing suicidal ideation. That prompted us to act. In 2017, we began hiring licensed social workers. Over the past 2 years, we've connected 75 students to free counseling through our partner agencies. Our students take classes on healthy relationships, harm reduction strategies, and suicide prevention. Our team normalizes vulnerability, self-care, and self-advocacy. If students stop attending school, we go to them and conduct home visits to create plans of support. Collectively, these efforts work to create a loving and supportive community. Most importantly, we strive to help each student know that what makes them unique is what makes them matter. It's simply what we do for all students at all times. Students' challenges don't disappear over summer and winter breaks. No, they often get worse. Your donation of $500 will help us provide mental health support services to 1 Edge student year-round. Our goal is to raise $80,000 to hire an additional licensed social worker. We are also looking to create meaningful collaborations with local nonprofits, businesses, and community leaders to create vocational programming and mentorships. So tonight and beyond, you can join our community and help more Pima County youth earn their high school diploma, feeling healthy, confident, and whole. Thank you.
Nice job, Rob.
Thank you.
Nice
Thanks,
job.
Tom.
Matthew Gaspari, wanted to get your thoughts on Rob's presentation tonight.
Rob, the first thing that comes to my mind is those kids are very lucky to have you as a principal. The passion that you showed here gives me great comfort for public education in a general way. My father was a social worker, and so I know the difficulties that go along with that, and he specifically worked with kids. And so this is something that I know a little bit about and am incredibly happy to hear you bringing a light to that. Addressing mental health issues is something that that more of that needs to happen, and I'm grateful for you bringing that to our attention. Really nice job.
Thank you. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
We had a rehearsal for this last week on Thursday, and I came in and the presenters were all here, and they said, hey, Tom, say a few words to everyone. Maybe you could help them out a little bit with presentation or whatever. So I gave a little spiel, and then I sitting over here watching them last week, and these folks just lit it up. They didn't need any coaching. It's coming from the heart so deeply that it's there, and they're wonderful. And, it's just, I admire all 10 of our presenters tonight for that reason. All right. On we go. First, my fast pitch. Fast pitch 2022 to 707070, cfsaz.org fast pitch, jcftucson.org fast pitch DAF. And we truly do appreciate and value your support, as I know our presenters do. All right, time to sizzle again with Desiree Cook. Desiree is with I Am With You 360.
IMU 360 believes in empowering the whole person. None of us are trial-sized people, so we really want to spotlight the needs of not only hygiene, but then the inner discovery of self. To develop self-love is very important, as well as positive thinking.
The services that it provides to the community, not only the foster community, but a wide variety of youth. It has been a resource that we have been able to utilize.
The majority of people that we help here are grandparents or family members that are taking care of children in foster care.
I love doing it. Me and my mom are best friends, so working side by side with her and seeing how much of an impact that she makes in the world makes me happy.
My hope this evening is to create awareness and spotlight the foster care crisis. Did you know there are over 400,000 children in foster care in the United States? And of that, 23,000 age out each year. But right here in Pima County, we have over 20,000 underserved youth. They are saying, I am somebody. My name is Desiree Cook, and I started IMU 360 in my living room 8 years ago, which stands for, on a worldwide level, we all share similar stories, and we could say to each other, I am you. But how do we help each other arrive at a personal 360, a complete turnaround? My lived experiences at the age of 17 in seeing my father take his last breath from cancer led to drug addiction to numb my pain. 4 of my children placed in foster care, incarcerated for 3 years, and homeless. After reuniting with my children, I decided to be a voice for the voiceless and remove the barcode stigma, as well as the myth that they're just a file in a filing cabinet. I'd like to introduce just a few ways that IMU 360 serves to empower the whole person. Hygiene, customized, new, full-size, body wash, lotion, conditioner, the list goes on. Items that you and I use daily. We refill every 6 weeks, and we serve according to age, gender, and ethnicity. Our second program is our curriculum called I Am Somebody, to boost self-esteem, self-awareness, and positive thinking. And it's also been implemented by our partner, the Tucson Police Department. Our most recent project, we have safely housed 10 underserved youth that were couch surfing, living in their cars, as well as local shelters. I'm happy to report they are thriving and also safe. Our safe housing model is called the Small Home Experience, which focuses on self-development, life skills, employment, community service. IMU 360 is committed to saving half their rent for the next 3 years. So at the end of the program, they will have enough to purchase their first home. Truly ending homelessness. Our hope is that we can count on you this evening to help us build 9 tiny homes and a community center, and help us raise $75,000 per home, so that together we can end homelessness, as well as help sew our underserved youth back into the fabric of the community, so that together we can break generational cycles, as well as create generational change, financial sustainability for generations to come. Can I count on you? Yes. I humbly thank you. Thank you.
A nice, powerful, personal story weaved in. Nice presentation. Thanks,
so
Desiree.
much.
Dr. Dwayne Dyson wanted to get your thoughts on Desiree.
I first off want to say I congratulate you, we congratulate you on getting up here and sharing your story after going through all of what you've gone through over the years, not just for a weekend or a month, but over the years, to be able to get to a place that you can articulate that, and on top of that, create a business plan, create a model for the future such that you can help 1 or 2 or dozens go a different path than you took. So I commend you for that. I'm glad that you're actually taking time to look at the whole 360, every aspect of maybe what you've gone through. If you think about those 3 years that you were incarcerated, or your time after trying to get your family back, of making sure that you address the family, you address the finances, you address the credit score, you address the ability to find work and stay gainfully employed, to have that sense of community, and be able to take care of the touch as you're touching your forehead in terms of the lotions, the soaps, the shampoos, taking care of the outer self so people can smell good and feel like they fit in. So congratulations on being here, and thank you for all your efforts.
Thanks, Desiree. Thank you, and thank you, Doctor. Appreciate your thoughts. All right, now another word from our sponsor. If you would like to donate, I'll repeat Fast Pitch 2022 to 70 times 3, 70, 70, 70. Community Foundation, cfsaz.org, Fast Pitch. jcftucson.org, Fast Pitch, DAF. And we'll have some updates for you in a little while. Right on cue, thank you. All right. Yeah, there's a little green notation here, donation update. So it is from Elisa, Johnny, and Sarah Long, Sierra and Esteban Garcia, in celebration of Liz Wheel's birthday. Happy birthday. Leah Langlace, Samantha Smith. Leah, if I butchered your name, I apologize, but thank you for your support. Kent Burbank, new SVP partner, Kent Burbank, and VIP Productions for filming the practice sessions. There you have our first update. All right, let's get back to the sizzle now. It's time to sizzle with Colin Waite. Colin is with the Cooper Center, which is a program of the University of Arizona Foundation. Sizzled away.
The Cooper Center is operated as a partnership between Tucson Unified School District, who owns and maintains the facility, and the University of Arizona College of Education, who provides the staffing and operations for the center.
I think Camp Cooper is a really important place to bring students because I recognize that it could possibly be the only nature experience that many of these students have.
They're out here to learn about their environment, the Sonoran Desert, and how they can be better caretakers.
Funding for the Cooper Center for Environmental Learning is mainly through philanthropy from our community. It includes individual donors, foundations from our local community, and corporations and businesses that are philanthropically minded towards education and connecting children with nature.
To see that spark in their eyes when they get to immerse themselves in nature, it's something that I didn't have as a child. So seeing and being there when they see it at such a young age, that's worth it. It's everything.
Human brains grow best when they spend time outside. Remember playing outside? Spending time in natural places makes us healthier, more creative, more empathetic, and better prepared to connect with each other and engage with our world. My name is Colin Waite, and I'm the director of the Cooper Center for Environmental Learning, known to many as Camp Cooper. My passion is sharing the wonder and magic that I find in nature with others. The average child in our country only plays outside 6 minutes a day while spending more than 7 hours on screens. Educational and medical research show that 6 hours per day of outside learning and play are critical if children are to reach their full potential. Camp Cooper has been helping children connect with the natural world in our amazing Sonoran Desert classroom for more than 58 years. More than 140,000 Tucsonans have been inspired by our hands-on, discovery-based programs, and each year, another 3,000 or more join them. We combine key ecological understandings with immersive experiences that foster a love for our world. The core of our mission is to provide opportunities for children and families with limited or no access to outdoor experiences. We focus on overnight field trips for public school groups, and more than 90% of the children we serve come from families in poverty, receiving free and reduced cost lunches and other social services. Camp Cooper provides a safe and inclusive space for people of all backgrounds and abilities to connect with the outdoors. As an able-bodied, hetero-white male in a middle-class family, I acknowledge the privilege I grew up with in a family with resources and easy access to outdoor recreation without fear of racism or discrimination. At Camp Cooper, we work to break down all barriers that keep people from experiencing the outdoors safely and comfortably. Camp Cooper alumni are all around us, living examples of our mission and inspiration to continue our work. Anthony Aldinger created Mr. Nature's Music Garden, an entire world for preschool-aged children where he fosters a love and respect for our Sonoran Desert through music. Christine Goforth turned her childhood experience into a love of bugs. She returned as a U of A graduate student, and now she's head of citizen science at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. Anthony and Christine are a part of Camp Cooper's legacy, and with your help, we can grow our next generation to love and care for our planet as they do. I invite you to help us share the benefits of playing and learning outside with more kids and schools in the coming year. $150 covers the direct costs for one child to participate in a 3-day, 2-night program at Camp Cooper. $1,500 pays for 10 kids, and $10,000 pays for an entire class, including their meals and transportation. Invest in a happier and healthier future for the children of our community with Camp Cooper. Thank you.
Summer is coming. Camp is on the front burner, right?
It's a little hot for the summer camp.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't want to sizzle the kids.
Yeah, we don't want to sizzle
Keep it to the real. Eric Smith, your thoughts on Colin and camp?
Well, Colin, thank you for your presentation. I don't know about the rest of you, but when I heard 6 minutes a day, I think you truly described a major problem that I wasn't aware of, and I'm a father myself. So really appreciate your focus in this space. And really enjoyed hearing about the success stories because, there's no doubt in my mind after listening to you that their experience within Camp Cooper helped to contribute to, their future passions and their success. And so very much looking forward to seeing more of those stories and really well done.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Colin. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. All right, a word from our sponsors. Fast Pitch 2022 to 70-70-70. And again, thank you for your help. I know we're keeping this front and center because this is the night. These are the folks and these are the causes, and we would so much be grateful for your support, be you right here or somewhere around the globe where my friends from AZPM are beaming in. So we thank you so much. I'll say it again, cfsaz.org Fast Pitch, jcftucson.org Fast Pitch DAF. And there you have it. All right, time for our next presenter and sizzle. Lisa Hansen is with Power Over Predators, which is a program of For Freedom Incorporated. Here's Lisa.
We are an organization that provides prevention education in reference to internet safety, cyberbullying, and in-person bullying. We also talk about abuse prevention.
For 7 years, I was in college and career readiness for all of Pima County. And I was working with high school juniors and seniors. And what I encountered during that time was so many of the students I was working with were dealing with so many other issues.
When education is outdated or maybe just like doesn't exist properly, then we're missing kids who unfortunately have to become survivors. I kind of put away and hid away stuff that I was going through because there wasn't a proper definition for it. And it wasn't until I had an adult figure in my life that I realized that yes, that is exactly what I'm going through. To hear a definition that validates them and that gives them closure.
I never realized how important the message that Power Over Predators gives.
Most of our kids don't even know who they are on their own. Other people are defining them, and I want to give kids the ability to be comfortable in their own skin so that they can protect themselves. And again, like I said, live out their own story.
The things that I'm going to say will be hard to hear, but I ask that you would please stay with me because the stories that I'm going to tell you matter. At 4 years old, sexual abuse entered Lisa's life. She ran away at 14, ending up a victim of child sex trafficking. At 24, she was on the run again, fleeing from an abusive relationship with 2 little boys at her side. 12-year-old Alma has a 27-year-old boyfriend on Instagram. When they video chat, he asks her to do things that make her feel very uncomfortable, but he said he loves her, and this is how people show love. Tyler is 19, and he suffers from depression and anxiety. Many days he contemplates ending his life. He was ruthlessly bullied and sexually assaulted at the age of 12. What if all of this could have been prevented? I was the sexually abused child, trafficked at 14, young mother running for my life. I am Lisa Hansen, a voice for those who feel powerless and stuck in shame. But when I believed that abuse is not my fault, that my past does not define me, and I got the help I needed to heal, I knew what I was going to do with the rest of my life. I founded Power Over Predators, lovingly referred to as POP. POP exists to end abuse and exploitation with prevention education that offers hope, help, and awareness to equip a child with the skills that they need to protect themselves, get out of abusive relationships, and advocate for others. In Southern Arizona, our program has empowered over 70,000 individuals to protect their story. When Alma learned the signs of a predator at a school presentation, she blocked and reported him to law enforcement. She is not going to be a victim of online exploitation. At an after-school program, when Tyler heard that his worth does not come from what others say about him, that he is amazing just the way that he is, he got help. And now, he is an advocate for the bullied and abused. POP is for adults who are concerned about protecting their kids on screens. Your giving at $120 provides helpful videos and resources that you can share with a child in the privacy of your home. POP is for schools. When you give $1,200, you are equipping teachers with life-saving, evidence-based training, professional development, and more. Schools frequently ask, is POP available in Spanish? Your donation of $20,000 will ensure that every child who speaks Spanish will not be left out. They will have access to this program. Giving at your maximum potential has the most potential to save the life of a child. A life like Alma, a life like Tyler, a life like mine. Will you say yes to ending abuse and exploitation? Will you give a child what they need? Power over predators. Thank you.
A lot of power in that presentation, very personal and very poignant, and we thank you. Thank you for that. Megan Jasper, your thoughts?
First and foremost, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
And to come up here and be so vulnerable, to be able to share your story with all of us, thank you. What you're doing, 70,000 students, 70,000 kids so far, I know that it's just begun. And the programs, the lives that you're touching are absolutely amazing. So thank you for turning Tucson around.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
And thank you, Megan, for that. So obviously, the presentations are going to hit a nerve with all of you, and if they have, again, we urge you to act and help these organizations. It's their big shot, it's their big cause and their big moment, and you can make a huge world of difference for them. I'll say it again, Fast Pitch 2022 to 707070. Online, you can pledge period 2/FastPitch2022. Donor-advised fund holders, CFSAZ.org, Fast Pitch, Jewish Philanthropies of Southern Arizona, JCFTucson.org, Fast Pitch DAF. And we are halfway through at this point. We've heard from 5 of our presenters. We have 5 to go. And we wouldn't be here without them. We wouldn't be here without our sponsors. So we would like to thank each and every one of them. I've mentioned some of them, TMC Healthcare, a main sponsor tonight, and we so appreciate what you're doing. The business community has once again stepped up to make this possible and make this successful. SVP is growing the Fast Pitch program so that even more nonprofits can benefit in the years ahead in this community, which is a giving community, as you know. If you've been here any length of time, you know what it's all about. Dominic, you're so deeply involved time after time. It's a very generous community, and we thank all of you because we know you do your part as well. TMC Healthcare, as I mentioned, is the big sponsor tonight, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to send a message to you. So here it is.
Before there were emergencies and emergency rooms, premature babies and newborn intensive care units, heart attacks, and rapid response teams. Before there were conveniently located offices staffed with experienced doctors using technology that connects your care to state-of-the-art medicine. Before there was any of this, there was you. Introducing TMC Health, a system of care that puts you first.
A little quicker than I thought. But I do have other sponsors to thank, and I'll clip through this for you. They're all so important. Connie Hillman Family Foundation, very generous, going above and beyond tonight with that $40,000 match. Peggy Goulding, in loving memory of Steve Goulding. The David and Laura Lovell Foundation. our motivators, Arizona Complete Health and Tucson Electric Power. Power to the people. Collaborator sponsors, Ann Maley and Tim Schaffner, Community Foundation for Southern Arizona and Jewish Philanthropies. Thank you for your involvement. Originator sponsors, Dr. Tom Grogan and Candy Grogan, Joanne and Howie Adams, Sarah Simpson, Biz Tucson, Arizona Public Media, live streaming tonight. This great building, which belongs to UA Health Services, we are occupying tonight. Tucson Federal Credit Union, Desert Leaf Magazine, Geico Philanthropic Foundation, Desert Diamond Casinos, KXCI Community Radio, all on the screen there, UA Tech Parks, and UBS Financial, Ara and Myron Rottenstein. Thank you. Our Explorer sponsors, Diane and Steve Withoft, Edgewater Financial, Gadabout Salon and Spas, thank you, and CBIZ. Thank you so much. And finally, our friends of Fast Pitch, and you're all friends of Fast Pitch. Here are some other ones: Susan Comstock and Mark Rolfs, Dr. John Smith and Jane Regal, our very own Sierra Garcia and her husband Esteban. She leave? Oh, there she is. Hi. Silver Wilkie, Todd Barrison, Community Investment Corporation, Startup Tucson, yeah. Vantage West Credit Union, Cushman and Wakefield, Picor, Ranch House Media, Schaefer Present Investment Group at RBC Wealth. And thank you to anyone in this room or anywhere in the world who made a donation tonight. We're at halftime. Take 10 minutes to grab a drink right after this update, and we'll be back to it. Our presenter is Hattie. Thank you, Hattie. And we're hearing from Deb Dale of Arizona Public Media, one of my beloved colleagues. Deb, are you here?
This is not intermission. There's 5 more pages.
We're not. Oh, the host messed up. It's not intermission. Lisa, that's yeah, right here. It's right here in writing. Please keep your seats for a little while longer, and we'll keep you involved and enthralled. Yeah, it's not the intermission. It's the second half of the pitches, and the host got all turned around. Okay. So we want to thank Michael Brasher, SVP partner and 2021 Fast Pitch participant, Michael from last year. I remember you, Michael. Thank you. Hazon, Jewish Philanthropy, the Hazon family, Donor Fund, thank you very much. Carrie O and Laura Alexander and Jenny Carrillo. And Sierra Hartman and Susan Hawkins, thank you very much. And we're at $10,305, which is about a quarter of the way to the $40,000 match. And we might have a special treat for you if we can get close to that match. We will, Dominic, yeah. And we'll have a special treat later on. We'll also have an intermission later on, but not right now. You know, they send people over from the temp agency, and this is what happens. Sierra, next year, go with a pro. Okay, our second half. Carolina is waiting. Carolina, my apologies for calling intermission in front of you prematurely. We'll get back to the sizzles now. And our next sizzle is with Carolina Silva, who is with Scholarships A to Z. Take it away.
Scholarships AZ is a Tucson-based organization that focuses on helping undocumented youth find pathways beyond high school.
I signed up for the program when I was a junior in high school, and basically I was just looking for support in a community because I felt like I didn't really have that support anywhere else.
Sometimes educators say, oh, I don't have undocumented students in my school, but you do.
They're just not telling you.
Scholarships AZ throughout its time has become more visible and has allowed folks to become more visible in themselves.
And I was blessed to hear about Scholarships AZ and the list of scholarships that they were able to find for students just like me.
It's been just really amazing to be able to work with them, to hear their stories, and to help them find those resources. And they've gotten into college with those scholarships.
I see the difference it's making every single day.
As an undocumented high school senior, I saw door after door closed for me. I couldn't apply to federal student aid, most scholarships, or get a driver's license. And the educators at my school didn't know how to support me. My future was uncertain, and as I navigated higher education, I was completely alone. Every year, 2,000 undocumented students graduate from Arizona high schools feeling alone and without a support system. They do not qualify for in-state tuition or aid and are forced to pay triple the amount in college tuition. At Scholarships AZ, we provide undocumented youth with the support they need to pursue their education and career dreams. My name is Carolina Silva, and I proudly serve as the Executive Director of Scholarships AZ, the only immigrant youth-led organization catering to the educational needs of undocumented youth in Arizona. Our programs empower students to tell their stories, learn about their education and employment options, and advocate for their own success. Through peer support spaces and monthly workshops, we offer you flexible paths to receive services and get involved in our work. Students leave our programs with a support system, resources, and confidence to apply to college, jobs, and more. Our alumni are 3 times more likely to enroll in college than the national average. Take Alondra, for example. At 16, Alondra was a junior at Marana High School and felt alone. When she learned about our college preparation program, she couldn't believe that a program like ours existed. And remember, we're helping 200 students annually with me as the only full-time staff member. And the need for our work far exceeds our capacity. Our vision in the next 5 years is to expand to 6 full-time staff members to triple the number of youth served. You can help us raise $50,000, which would allow us to hire another full-time staff member and increase our outreach in Southern Arizona and reach at least 100 more youth. Your gift will create an ecosystem where undocumented youth no longer feel alone. Remember Alondra? She received a full-ride scholarship and began her first semester of college in the fall of 2021. And now, at 18, she serves as our student support fellow and leads student workshops with the goal of helping other undocumented youth find pathways beyond high school. Alondra shares, "I learned that just because I'm undocumented doesn't mean I can't reach my goals and help others reach theirs too. I am now part of an amazing community of teachers, warriors, and dream getters. Because of Scholarships AZ, I now have a community I can count on." Thank you.
Nice job, Carolina. Thank you. Stay right here because we're going to ask Centauri Minor what you thought.
So thank you so much for the work that you're doing. I was reflecting, and I think many of us probably take for granted or sometimes forget the fact that we just happen to be born in this country and that the privilege we have is no more deserved than the passion and ambition of the kiddos you serve. So thank you for the work that you're doing. And really just kudos on the 200 kids that you serve, and I'm excited to get you some more money to serve even more.
Thank you. Thank you, Carolina. They're all doing a wonderful job, aren't they? Each and every one of them. Thank you. And once again, a word from our sponsor, Fast Pitch 2022, 707070. Pledge to Fast Pitch 2022, cfsaz.org. These are up on the screen, so this is just reinforcing. cfsaz.org Fast Pitch, jcftucson.org Fast Pitch DAF. And once again, thanks to Commotion Studios for their help with the sizzle reel and the production tonight. They co-created with our class of 22 participants. Okay, it is time to hear from Lance Meeks. Lance is with Goodwill Industries of Southern Arizona. Lance, time to sizzle.
Here at Goodwill, our youth re-engagement centers focus on supporting youth between the ages of 14 to 24 with academic support, employment assistance, and access to community resources.
Job training skills, the ability to go after different programs that focus on youth in the juvenile justice system or re-entering back into the community, providing safe spaces, and mentoring.
They've helped me become the adult that I am today. They've given me opportunities to have a job and taught me that I can work, that I am somebody. You know, they really care about us. They really do.
It helped me a lot, like, to think about my choices, and I have more to look forward to, and it's beneficial to me.
So far, so good. I'm getting help from them. They real fun to hang out with, good people to talk to. They always got my back. So, like, I love these people, man. I know right now I'm on the right path, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Here's the reality. In the Palo Verde neighborhood, which is located on the east side of Tucson, Black youth are 3 times more likely to be referred to the juvenile justice system compared to white youth. Can you imagine the challenges and barriers that Black youth face? My name is Lance Meeks, and I'm the Senior Program Manager of our Goodwill Youth Re-Engagement Centers. I understand the impact of being involved in the juvenile justice system because I was system involved during my teenage years. During that period of my life, I felt uncertain about my future, confused about the system, and even labeled within my own community. Thankfully, with the support of my family and community members, I was able to get my life back on track. It's so important that there are resources available and that there's a supportive community willing to disrupt the pipeline of Black youth into the juvenile justice system. Not all youth may have these supports in place, so I'm committed to ensuring that positive outlets exist in our community. Now, many of you know about our Goodwill retail stores, but let me share with you about our Goodwill Youth Re-Engagement Centers and their impact. These centers provide the opportunities for disconnected youth to access education and employment pathways, mentoring, and connections to community resources. Let me tell you about a young man named Jay. Jay was referred to us by his juvenile probation officer. Jay gained job readiness skills that led to employment. A month later, Jay referred his 20-year-old cousin who was experiencing housing instability and was also in need of employment. The cousin worked with our Goodwill team to gain employment and secure housing. It's so amazing to see the work of our Goodwill team members build the trust with youth that in turn empowers them to support their families in our community. So we are on our way to opening a 3rd Youth Re-Engagement Center in 2022. And your gift tonight will assist us in providing resources and services in that area. The total cost of our new Youth Re-Engagement Center will be $100,000. And we intend to place Black youth in paid work internships with the focus on connecting them with Black-owned businesses so they could see themselves represented. We will host events that center around family engagement so the whole family can access supports and services. We are currently serving 900 youth between our 2 youth re-engagement centers, and the 3rd new youth re-engagement center will allow us to engage an additional 200 disconnected youth in our community. So imagine this, a new youth re-engagement center in the Palo Verde neighborhood with access to so many resources, mentoring, supports, and so much more. Please join us with disrupting the pipeline of Black youth into the juvenile justice system. Let's make it happen.
Good job. Good job about goodwill. John Amoroso, your good thoughts about Lance and goodwill.
Lance, way to keep your composure there. First, I have to tell you I'm a dedicated customer. I'm not going to tell you which item of clothing I'm wearing, and a donor. But congratulations on what you do at Goodwill Industries and all your efforts through the re-engagement centers. I have spent time in the jails over 3 years, and I've seen firsthand the disproportionate number of Black and Hispanic youth in the system, and so I understand that need. So I just congratulate you on what you're doing, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Lance. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. All right. Once again, we hope these presentations are touching you and that you will touch your device or the card in front of you. You can text Fast Pitch 2022. What's the number? 707070. Pledge to Fast Pitch 2022 online or cfsaz.org Fast Pitch, jcftucson.org Fast Pitch, DAF. All right. Let's sizzle again with our next presenter, who is Kathy Lowling, with Felicia's Farm, which is a program of the Izzy Azzy Foundation. Here she is.
Hello, I'm Marv Kirchler, and I have the pleasure of serving as the president of the board of Felicia's Farm. Felicia I also knew, and what a lovely person. If you were hungry, Felicia wouldn't just bring you a sandwich, she'd bring you a whole loaf of bread. Her passion was to feed the hungry.
What brought me back is honestly just the warm environment. Kathy and Stevie bring in a lot of love and happiness whenever I come here. It always brightens my day.
I think my favorite job is to feed the chickens. I was getting to interact with people that were really interesting and learning about an organization that was doing a lot of good things.
They say the Mother Earth heals. Well, that's true as long as we heal ourselves and put it back into the earth. And that's what we're doing here. We're growing and we're doing everything to be self-sustaining and to pass on to generations.
It's good for the soul. Felicia's brings a good feeling in your heart, knowing that each day you work here, a person of need and hunger will benefit.
200,000 of our neighbors will be going to bed hungry tonight. 1 in 5 of our neighbors are not getting what they need. This includes our elderly, homebound, disabled people, veterans, single parents, and working families. In a kindergarten class of 25, that's an entire table of students who are not getting what they need to thrive. Even if they are getting 3 meals a day, it's often not nutritious quality. Even from well-meaning sources, it can be cereal or mac and cheese without the butter and milk. Soup kitchens and pantries may be stocked with our back-of-the-cabinet cans, but they have a harder time getting enough protein and fresh produce for their clients. Stories of need are persistent. Current economic challenges make things tougher than ever. My life used to be very different. I was a city professional, taking trains, carrying a briefcase. Then my family and I moved to Tucson, where I answered a Craigslist ad to come dig the vibes in the sunshine and help feed hungry people. I became one of the hundreds of volunteers at Felicia's Farm. I love the greens, the smell of the basil, and the beautiful food heading out to feed people. Food at its freshest, food that provides dignity, food you would be proud to share with your family. The more I got involved, the more my awareness grew of the severity of the hunger in Tucson. The feeling of helping provide this food and giving was transformative to me. My name is Kathy Loing. I now serve as Executive Director of Felicia's Farm. Felicia's Farm donations reach 6,800 people a month. That's 3,000 pounds of produce and over 2,000 eggs. 100% of our organically grown produce and free-range eggs are donated to 10 community organizations, including Casa Maria, Casa San Juan, Linda Hand Senior Assistance. At Casa Maria, our food is included in hearty soups, family boxes, and our eggs are hard-boiled for individual lunch sacks. One man who overcame his drug addiction told us, "I lived on those lunch sacks, and the egg was the highlight of my day." From these 10 community organizations, we hear the positive behavior changes of their clients. This food is transformative. What would it mean to our community if everyone had good food to eat? Our goal is to double our reach to 12,000 people and eventually to all 200,000 people in need in our community. With your help, we can double our production immediately. For just $75,000, we can provide full and part-time jobs to 3 people to fill more bellies, to provide health and vitality, dignity, and better lives. Will you be the one to help us do more for the people in our community? Join me in that feeling of giving. Donate to Felicia's Farm. Help us feed twice as many people. Thank you.
I think they love the music and the chickens and you for
Thanks,
Felicia's
Bob.
Farm. Ryan Matchett, what do you think about Down on the Farm?
Kathy, thank you so much for shining a light on food insecurity. Living in a desert community, the first thing that comes to mind is not urban farms. You don't know this, but I had the past pleasure of doing the backbreaking volunteer work at one of your locations where we transformed a junkyard into a productive farm. And I can't say enough, you used the word transformative, and really at a time of record high inflation, you're reminding all of us here of the need for providing healthy and accessible food to the most vulnerable. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you. Should we play that music again?
Yeah.
Kind of the hee-haw effect. Remember hee-haw? Oh my goodness, dating myself here. Once again, Fast Pitch 2022 to 707070. Pledge to Fast Pitch 2022 up on the screen. And then you see the donor advised funds, the cfsaz.org Fast Pitch, jcftucson.org, and that Fast Pitch address. All right, we're on a roll. We have 2 to go. 8 down. And then a long ago promised intermission after that. Time to welcome Julia Strange, we already welcomed. Bailey Hollingsworth, we're going to welcome first. Bailey is with Clinica Amistad, which is a program of Amistad y Salud. So please welcome Bailey on the sizzle.
Clinica Amistad was founded because there was a need to provide essential free services to uninsured patients, because there's thousands of patients in Tucson who don't have health insurance, unfortunately.
Y podría hablarles de muchos servicios que tenemos aquí, bueno, que tienen, ¿verdad? Yo me siento parte de la familia. Tienen medicina general, tienen el oftalmólogo, ginecología, consejería, terapia física, tienen apoculturismo, tienen educación para el diabetes, etc.
We are the safety net for the community, for a part of the community, and that's one of the things that I really truly value about Clinica, that it provides such an invaluable service to this community, and we just absolutely love our patient population, and we want to continue to serve them for many years to come.
Gloria caught COVID and can't breathe on her own. She needs a prescription for oxygen. Juan has not been feeling well for months and fears he's developed diabetes. Jose fell down and has been walking on a broken ankle for weeks. An ER visit for Guadalupe showed she has a brain tumor. All of these patients have three things in common. They don't have health insurance, they struggle to afford medical care, and they are all patients at Clínica Amistad. Just take a moment to imagine, if this were you experiencing a serious health issue, living without health insurance and not knowing where to turn. That's where Clínica Amistad comes in, the only free healthcare clinic in our community. My name is Bailey Hollingsworth, and I'm a Master of Public Health student here at the U of A, and an EMT who volunteers at Clínica Amistad, which provides free and essential healthcare services to over 1,000 Tucsonans annually. And get this, we provide all of these services with a 98% volunteer workforce, using outdated medical equipment and using paper medical records. So, how do we serve over 1,000 patients a year given all the odds against us? It's because of the dedication and devotion of our volunteers. Last year, we were able to continue care because of the passion of 45 doctors and nurses and 75 aspiring health professionals like myself. We come from all walks of healthcare, and we all have one goal in common: to help heal our underserved. But not only this, Clínica Amistad also plays a crucial role in developing our future healthcare professionals. We have a remarkable volunteer cycle of service, where volunteers like myself go on to medical school or nursing school. Then after graduating, we are so inspired by Clínica Amistad that we come back, this time to volunteer as licensed medical professionals, restarting the cycle of service. And we do so because we realize we are all interconnected in some way, and that by improving the health of our community, we also improve the health of ourselves as individuals. That's why we volunteer. That's why we give, because we're all in this together. Your donations will help take us to the next level of care. $60,000 will help us expand our services to 500 more patients annually. $15,000 will help us upgrade our paper medical record system to an electronic one. But any donation to Clínica Amistad will help Gloria get her prescription for oxygen and other therapeutics, provide Juan clean syringes and an annual supply of life-saving insulin, help Jose get a cast, x-ray, and in-house physical therapy for his ankle, and it'll help Gloria or Guadalupe get a CT scan and connect her to an oncologist to help ease her suffering. All at little to no cost to our patients. Because Gloria, Juan, Guadalupe, Jose, and thousands of others living in Tucson deserve nothing less than the best quality health care, even if they don't have insurance. It's what we all deserve. Thank you.
Your cheering section, no doubt.
Yes.
It's nice that there's a lot of support for our presenters tonight, including you. A number of them have had a cheering section, and that's nice. You know, it's not easy to do this. So good job, Bailey. Julia Strange will hand you the mic and get your thoughts on this.
Well, great pitch, and I really appreciate you sharing the dedication of the volunteers, some of whom I know personally, and the way that you get the necessary healthcare services to the people in our local community. It's always been important, it's always been vital, but in these last few years, during this pandemic, when the hospitals and the other clinics have been facing such tremendous pressure, having places like what you do, giving care to these very important people in our community has been vital, and it's been life-saving. So kudos, you're part of our mission. At TMC, we provide exceptional health care with compassion, no matter who you are and what your ability to pay is. And so just very aligned and just very, very proud to be able to tell you what a good job you did tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, Bailey. We wish you well at Clínica and with your master's studies as well. So best of luck. Julia, thank you so much. And we'll put up the slate one more time, let you know where to go to help out Clínica or any of the presenters you've seen tonight. There it is, those numbers that are easy to remember. Easier than an intermission. And again, thank you for your support. We truly, truly appreciate everything you can do for these folks and for their causes. All right, pitch number 10 is Jenny Hedges, and Jenny is with Foster Ed Arizona, which is a program of the National Center for Youth Law. Here's Jenny.
Foster Ed Arizona is the young people that we're working with. It's the future of the young people that we're working with.
Our education liaisons, they work one-on-one with young people, but they also work with the adults that surround them. And we have a small but super mighty team.
The goal of our program is to improve educational outcomes by overcoming educational barriers.
It's the belief and the hope that they are capable and they have people that are there to support them.
We help the child to have a voice.
The hope for foster ed is that we won't be needed at some point, because every child that enters foster care should not also be up against the battle of an educational obstacle when there's so many other things that are going on around them that are also unfortunate and hard.
When I was in foster care, school felt like a break almost, because of the foster home I was in. There was like a lot of kids there, and going to school, I got to get away from all of that and it felt normal.
The first time that we met my daughter Jasmine, she was 15 years old, a high school freshman, and she was facing a decision that no child should ever have to make, whether or not to move in with a new foster family. But this time, it might have meant forever. And we were only able to meet in person one time, and throughout that whole entire day, she only asked us one single question. She asked, if I were to come and live with you, would I be able to stay in my own school? Or would I have to start over somewhere new? My name is Jenny Hedges, and I am a mom and a wife and a former foster parent, and I have the privilege of also being a program manager with Foster Ed Arizona. My daughter's fear of having to start over in a new school while also experiencing foster care is shared by many of the 14,000 children that are currently in foster care at this very moment in Arizona. One of those children is named Rita. Rita came to our program after she had already experienced 4 new schools and 7 new homes and 20 different adults who came and went before she even graduated from high school. After Rita was paired with one of our education liaisons, she did not experience any further school changes. Her education liaison ensured that she had a credit recovery plan in place that worked for her so that she would graduate from high school on time. Together, they identified financial aid options and applied for college, and that's where Rita is today. At Foster Ed, we recognize that just because a child has been separated from their family of origin, it should not mean that they should be separated from their education too. And that is why our team of education liaisons work relentlessly to put the brakes on school changes, to advocate for ongoing educational support, and to help children in foster care pursue their own ultimate educational goals and dreams. And we support this tremendous need with a team of 8 education liaisons for the entire state of Arizona. But today, I'm here to ask for your support in helping us to raise $65,000 to help us grow our small but super mighty team. Hiring even one more education liaison would mean reaching over 100 more children and families every year and say goodbye to our waiting list. And how amazing it would be to never make another child wait for our support. I promise you that your donation made to Foster Ed is more than a check. It is an investment into the future of thousands of young people who deserve to know that their success is fully attainable and that their education matters to us today and for all of the tomorrows too. Thank you. Hi, Tom.
Thank you, Jenny. Like so many of our presenters, I much appreciate the personal touch and the story and the from the heart. Dominic Ortega, what do you think?
Well done. It was an important point that you brought out in terms of the investment to the future. I think that was a critical aspect of your presentation, and certainly we can all see that you are speaking absolutely from the heart. You did a wonderful job. So I want to thank you for your presentation and for all that your organization does. Again, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice job, times 10. Don't you wish you could just love them all? And you can, all of our presenters. I think they did a fantastic job. One more round for these folks. Wow. And thank you to the spirited cheering sections, too. You guys were great. We appreciate that as well. Okay, we are finished with the presentations, but one of the cool things that we do is the Audience Choice Award. Presenters have delivered their pitches, so here we are now. Time for you to choose the winner, and you and the audience get to do it, and virtually as well. The Audience Choice Award is a biggie, and in a moment we're going to open the poll for this award. You'll choose the winner of the biggest award of the night. I mean, this is it. Audience Choice. It includes a $7,500 TEP Power to the People grant. Don't you love it? They get a 2-page article in Biz Tucson and 100 KXCI community radio impact announcements. So this is really cool. So we'd love for you to participate in that award. We'll open it up here momentarily, and you'll have the intermission. You'll have time to make your choice. The judges are going to be deciding on their favorite for their $10,000 grant. And Elisa brings me glad tidings of more donations, which is great. I'll read those in a moment. So anyway, please get involved in that and take a moment during the intermission to pick the winner. We'll poll it for 10 minutes. The text codes for each organization are on the screen. There they are. You'll see those. Text the code you see on the screen. Here's a new number to throw at you, 22333. And each phone is allowed only one vote, so please be careful to pick your favorite. And in just a few minutes, we'll be back to award our prizes tonight. Elisa brought me some new donors, Ann Maley and Tim Schaffner, Kathleen Cheevers, Stephanie Bowers, Aaron Rottenstein. Aaron is a SVP booster, supporter. Elizabeth Cantor, there's Elizabeth Wheels, and someone with the last name. Well, I'll figure this out and tell you later, I promise. And now, ladies and gentlemen, drinks and dessert await you at intermission. Please enjoy. Thank you. I'm back just for a moment. We'll ask you to please text the code, the 5-digit code of the presenter you choose. You see on the screen, text that to 22333. The 5-digit code. And that'll be your winner. And we thank you for your participation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're within the sound of my voice, we're going to get going again in just a few minutes. So please, when you can, take your seat, and we will get started in about 4 minutes with the awards presentation. Thank you. right, the clock has struck 0. Let me please ask everyone to please take your seat again. I'll ask our judges to retake their seats. Our presenters are in place. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Folks, as you come in, if you could please take your seat, and we will resume our worldwide streaming and get to the awards, which are coming up next. I know it's beautiful outside. You want to hang out there tonight. It's gorgeous. But we have a bunch more nights like this coming up, so we are most fortunate. We have reached an interesting milestone. Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you. Thank you all for getting back in place. We'll get the awards going and bring the night to a wonderful crescendo for you. I don't know if that's me with the feedback, but we'll get it fixed. Am I doing something, Denny? Yeah, I'll just talk away here. We'll get rid of that nasty feedback you're hearing.
We're doing that on purpose because we can't get your volume up.
Oh, okay. All righty. Everyone, please take your seat again. We will get mic'd and psyched for the exciting conclusion of Fast Pitch 2022. I'm going to be dreaming about numbers tonight. 2022, 7070, 22333. For days. Thank you all again for coming tonight and being a part of this. I'm glad we had the weather we had and just a nice place to have this event. It's a pretty cool setting, you have to admit. It's a really cool setting. Please retake your seats if you've just come in, and we will get started with our worldwide excitement. Are there many people left outside or not really? Not really, yeah. We've scared everybody back in. Anyone who's left, we have their license plates. We know where to find them. Okay, I think we're getting close to the awards and a special treat. Thank you. Okay, Hattie has handed me a pivotal piece of paper. Don't you love alliteration? A pivotal piece of paper, parchment. Hattie gave me some donors, Robin Lavin and Jack Lavin. An anonymous donor, Sarah Simpson, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. I don't know if Sarah's here. Johnny and Sarah Long, Andrea and Jordan Levy, SVP partners. But thank you all. We'll do the, I'm going to do a quick video and then we have a special treat for you that you will be head over heels for. So the judges are here, the presenters are here, those presenters are here, the awards are here, you're here. I think we're ready to go. The David and Laura Lavelle Foundation is a key sponsor of the event, and we'd like you to hear from them as we get toward the crescendo of the evening. So here's their video.
Hello, my name is John Amoroso, and I'm the Executive Director of the David and Laura Lavelle Foundation.
For nearly 30 years, our foundation has given almost $40 million across Arizona and nationally in the areas of mental health, integrative health and wellness, youth access to the arts, and gender parity. Our founders understood that time would bring unforeseen challenges to the issues and the communities that we serve, and they allowed us the ability to adjust our strategy to meet those challenges. In 2017, our board of directors decided that in order to have as much impact as possible, we needed to consider spending down all of our assets. When the global COVID-19 pandemic hit in March 2020, that decision became very clear. We are now poised to make our final grants in 2024, our 30th anniversary. Now I'd like to introduce you to Ann Lovell, our president and board chair, to tell you a little bit more about the history of the organization and the why of our Sunset Plan.
My name is Ann Lovell, and I'm the president of the David and Laura Lovell Foundation. We have the bucket of money that already belongs to the community, and we're trying to give it out as responsibly as we could. Why not now? If not now, when? Well, our focus is still on the same 4 pillars we've had for years now. My brother has suffered with mental health issues all of his life, so we fund in mental health. And when my father was diagnosed with lung cancer stage 4, we were able to get the therapies that made his life really good during the time that he still had. So we fund in health and wellness. And then don't we all need to have our soul filled? And what do the arts do? They fill the soul. And later we added gender parity. But what is the soul if it isn't free? If it doesn't have all of its equal rights, if it doesn't have justice, what can you do if you're not whole in the world that you're in? So that's really where all of the impetus for our funding areas comes from, personal experience, and what we care for and are passionate about. The advice that I would give to other people is to spend some time learning, listening to what people are doing, listening to how organizations are tackling the issue that you're so interested in, and learn. And perhaps be able to bring the very people to the table that are facing the challenges that you'd like to see eliminated, because they're living those challenges and they really have the better answers.
We are here at Social Venture Partners Fast Pitch as sponsors of the Judges Award, and to draw the attention of other donors to the amazing organizations and initiatives that we have funded over the years. It is our hope that you will find interest in their work and consider funding them into the future. If you want more information, you can go to our website, www.lovellfoundation.org, or email me directly, john@lovellfoundation.org, for more information. Thank you for your time. Enjoy Fast Pitch. Good luck to all the participants, and congratulations to the winners.
And many, many thanks to John and to the Lovells for their deep participation in this event. I would like to invite Sierra Garcia back to the stage and Judge Dominic Ortega up to the stage for an unscripted moment to kick off the awards. Dominic, we've gone over the Hillman matching limit of $40,000.
Whoa. Are you ready?
Sitting there. We're ready.
$42,365.
Right.
So, congratulations. We did it. You really did it. And this really shows the power of what happens when we come together. We can do anything.
All right.
Remember, you can still continue to contribute. That number is still good. Let's see what we can do tonight. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you so much. I was staying close in case any money fell out of his pockets.
Well,
Dominic,
that was a fun first.
Oh, he's so heavily involved in community causes like this, and just an overall good guy, and thank you so much. Hey, we're at the moment we've been waiting for now. We're going to get on with it. I know, you guys, wow, what it must feel like waiting and wondering. And thank you again, 10 great presentations tonight. So we don't know who's going to win yet. We're in the dark like everyone else.
We don't. The checks are over there. We're going to be surprised like all of you.
So anyway, we'll bear down and see who's going to receive each of these awards. The first award, Sierra, is the Dr. John Smith and Jan Regal SVP Fast Pitch Founders Award.
So each of these awards has been decided on by a different group. As Tom said, we don't know who's going to win, and we could have one organization win multiple awards. So let's see what happens. This first award is a new award this year, and it's one that's really near and dear to many of our hearts. It's in honor of the founders of Fast Pitch, Dr. John Smith and Jane Regal. And it is sponsored by Dr. Tom Grogan and Candy Grogan, who I'm going to invite on stage to share briefly the inspiration behind this award. Welcome, Tom and Candy. Come over here. We'll have you come on over here, right? Join us in the center, and let's turn on Tom's mic. Hello? Oh, you're on.
Oh.
Come on in.
Hello. They're all winners, but we are giving the award for the SVP Fast Pitch Founders. And this is an award that Candy and I initiated to honor Dr. John Smith and Jane Regal, because they started this whole thing. And, so it's one thing to give birth to something, but they have nurtured it, right? And to me, it's one of my really, maybe my favorite evening of the whole year, because maybe I do too much news feed, but this is the night when you connect with the people that have the power to do beautiful and amazing things. So John and Jane gave us the gift of this. And John and Jane, we honor you. They're here tonight, sitting right here. Come on. Okay, so in your name, the first ever winner of the Founders Award is
Power over prejudice.
You're welcome.
Congrats. That's a biggie.
That's good. Yes.
Take the money home.
Take the money and run. Congratulations. All right, we move on to the Ann Maley and Tim Schaffner Innovative Solutions Award for $5,000. Here to present the award is Ann Maley. Ann?
Going there.
Hi. Thank you.
Okay, and the winner is Scholarships AZ.
Congrats. Yeah, hold that up. Thank you.
Okay, let's go ahead and welcome David Gardner to present the Community Foundation of Southern Arizona Vibrant Community Award. Welcome, David. Thank you. Come on through. Okay, and the winner is Scholarships AZ.
Congrats again.
Welcome back. We told you we don't know what's going to happen on this stage.
Thank you. Presenting the Arizona Complete Health Community Transformation Award, here comes Greg Taylor, and this is $7,500.
Welcome,
Hey, Greg.
Greg. Come on over.
Have at it. Who's our winner?
Power over predators.
Thank you, Greg. Okay, one of our biggest supporters at SVP Tucson is the Connie Hillman Family Foundation. They provided the $40,000 match, and they have 2 awards to give out. So welcome to Carrie, Sarah, and Larry. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Come on through. Okay. So the first Connie Hillman Family Foundation, I don't know which one is the first. Yours. Okay, the first award goes to Clinica Amistad.
Congrats. Congrats.
Okay, and the second award goes to IMU 360.
Congrats.
And thank you to the Connie Hillman Family Foundation for all the ways you support SVP and our community.
All right, tonight's Judges Award made possible by the generosity of the David and Laura Lavelle Foundation, whose bold commitment, as you've seen, to supporting their community. You saw it in the video. It's a wonderful thing they do for us year after year. And here's our executive director once again, John Amoroso, to present the winner of the award, which goes to
Power Over Predators.
Congrats.
Thank you so much, Lovell Foundation. Okay, I would like to welcome our Fast Pitch coordinating co-chairs, Beth Miller and Sandra Carter, to present the SVP Tucson Award. So these 2 women have been really leading our Fast Pitch coordinating committee. So many people who really came together and to support this event tonight. So thank you, Sandra and Beth. Come on in. Okay, so the winner of the SVP Tucson Award is Florence Immigrant and Refugee Rights.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Sandra and Beth.
All right. Perhaps the most exciting award of the night. We've spoken about it. Power to the People Award, Audience Choice. includes the TEP Power to the People $7,500 prize, 2-page article in Biz Tucson magazine, 100 radio spots on KXCI Community Radio. And this is the winner chosen by you through our Text to Vote campaign tonight. So please welcome Ryan Matchett coming up and Ryan Anderson to present the TEP.
We've got Ryan
Power
Matchett
to the People.
and
That's
Wendy Erica Worden.
That's Wendy Erica Worden.
Come on in. Okay, so the
Wendy
winner.
and I are friends, actually. Well, we were.
Maybe not after tonight.
So here it is, the Power to the People Award. Drum roll, Ryan, flip it over. Foster Ed.
Foster Ed.
Nice. Congrats.
Congratulations, Jenny.
Over there.
Okay.
Everywhere it's flashing.
Thank you,
where you
TEP.
look. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
So this next award, and this is our final award for the evening, is really near and dear to my heart. This is the Peggy Goulding Award in celebration of Steve Goulding. Steve was an SVP partner. He died from COVID, and he loved this community. He loved all of the nonprofits, was a tremendous supporter, and his wife, Peggy Goulding, is as well. So in Steve's memory, every one of our participants is going to receive a $2,000 check tonight. So we're going to welcome them all on stage with their checks. Peggy, come on in. Come on in. Let's come on through. Yeah, come on through.
Ain't it great? Nice job. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Steve's love of community truly lives on. So thank you so very much, and congratulations to all of you.
And we have a lot of thanks to go around. First, to each and every one of you who are here tonight, judging, participating, donating, cheering on, and rooting. Thank you so much. You make this possible. You make it sing, and you make it a success. And we know we've had another astounding success this year. Thank you so much. We'd like you to stay connected with SVP Tucson throughout the year. Don't go away, because we need you. These folks need you. You've heard about their passions, their causes. They've taken it into their professions and into their lives, and it means so much to them and to the community. So thank you so much. And I've got so many people to thank. By the way, the website is svptucson.org. And there's going to be a broadcast of this on April 23rd at 7 p.m. Arizona time on KTTU Channel 18. And this is after I go in there and erase all my goofs tonight. I know how to do that. 40-something years in television. I gotta sanitize the screen, cleanse myself. No, we've had a good time tonight, and it's been a pleasure to be here. I want to thank our supporters, SVP tonight, your dedication and commitment, as we've told you, and we'll tell you time and again because we need you. I want to thank the mentors. Each of you had 2 people by your side throughout the process, you know, in a very unselfish and giving. Thank you, mentors. I know you're out there, and we appreciate that so much. Thank you to the Fast Pitch Coordinating Committee folks who work on this year-round to make it a success and put their heart and soul into this effort. We thank you so much. And last but not least, to the SVP Tucson staff, Sierra and her folks, Brittany Battle. There's a whole bunch of them around here. Good job once again. And wasn't it fun to have people with us this year? Whereas last year we were in kind of a conference room setup with a lot of virtual give and take. It was good, but it's so nice to have people in our midst.
Tom,
congrats.
If I just may, real quick, thank you, SVP team. You're all phenomenal. Jenny Grable, John Peter Wilhite, Elisa Hayward, Hattie Grosskind, and you all should turn your heads and clap for Brittany Battle. She is our Fast Pitch Program Manager. Thank you.
And last word is you can still donate. It hasn't ended here. Remember the code. We'll put it up for you one more time. That's me pointing. If we could put the code up. And remember your favorites. It's not too late. It's never too late. And we thank you so much once again for a resounding success. We invite you to go out and enjoy this beautiful spring evening in Tucson, Arizona. And we'll see you back here next year.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. That was so nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been an honor.